The next is price elasticity of supply. If we say price elasticity of supply is the extent to which the supply of a commodity changes as a result of a change in the price of the commodity. And mathematically, price elasticity of supply is equal to percentage change in quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price of the commodity. And it is the same in terms of calculating price elasticity of supply. It is the same with that of demand. Like on the percentage change in quantities, percentage change in quantity supplied, it is the same. It will be equal to quantity original minus quantity new divided by quantity original times 100. The same applies for us to calculate price elasticity, percentage change in price of the commodity. It will also be equal to a new original price minus new price divided by original price times 100. So we'll end up with the same last equation which we formulated when we were calculating price elasticity of demand. We have an example here. Calculate the price elasticity of supply for groundnut at Mwinelondo market when the price changes from 90 kwacha to 100 kwacha per kg, resulting in a change in the quantity supplied from 5,600 kgs to 5,900 kgs. Remember to ignore the negative sign if at all you have found one when calculating price elasticity of supply as well. So here is the solution. As already mentioned, the equation for price elasticity of supply should be quantity original minus new quantity divided by original quantity times original price divided by original price minus new price. So according to our example, our original quantity is 5,600 and our new quantity 5,900. So it will be 5,600 minus 5,900 divided by 5,600, which is our original quantity, times 90, which is our original price, divided by 90 which is original price, minus 100, which is our new price. So if we can subtract the other equation, the left hand equation, we are going to find on top here 300, that is 5,600 minus 5,900, that's negative 300. But remember, we neglect the negative sign. Divide by 5,600 times. From this equation on top, we're going to find 90. Down there, if we subtract 90 minus 100, we're going to find 10, still neglecting the negative sign. So we can do the cancellations here. The 2 zeros will cancel out with the other 2 zeros. This 0 cancelling with the other 0. So we're remaining with on top 3 times 9, which is 27 here, and down here we're remaining with 56 times 1, which is 56. So if we can divide 56 into 27, we're going to find 0.48. So this is our price elasticity of supply according to the example. Still more, we can also have 3 types of or degrees of price elasticity of supply, and these may be elastic supply, inelastic supply, as well as unitary supply. Elastic supply we say supply, we say it is elastic when a small change in price causes a very big change in quantity of the commodities to be supplied at the market. So, in short, supply is very responsive to price change. So, just because it is very responsive, or in short, the percentage change in quantity supplied is greater than percentage change in price of the commodity. Therefore, after calculating price elasticity of supply, which is elastic, we're going to find the answer to be greater than 1. This is true for cash crops, most of the cash crops here in Malawi. For example, tobacco. And here we are, we have a diagram here illustrating elastic supply as a curve, a sketchy curve. As already mentioned, increasing price from P0 to P1, it has led to the great change in quantity supplied from Q0 to Q1 here. So also, just by reducing from P1 to P0, there is also a great decrease in quantity from Q1 to Q0. So we're saying that this is very true in cash crop. I think this happened here in Malawi at some point in time, especially in terms of tobacco. I remember at a certain year, the price of tobacco increased a little bit, just a little bit, and it caused the next growing season more people grew tobacco. But suddenly they reduced a little bit on the same tobacco, and most of the people abandoned the crop, thereby decreasing the output dramatically. So the cash crops, if you just change a little bit in terms of price, whether by increasing or decreasing, that will lead to a dramatic change in quantity supplied of the commodity. Wow, inelastic supply. Supply is inelastic when a large change in price causes a small change in quantity supplied on the market for sale. So we say supply is less responsive to change in price. Even if there is a huge change in price, increasing or decreasing the price of the commodity, it will lead to a small change in quantity supplied. And when calculating price elasticity of supply, found out that the percentage change in quantity supplied is less than the percentage change in price of the commodity. Therefore, you find the answer of the price elasticity of supply, which is inelastic, to be less than 1. It is also true when it comes to staple food crops. The staple or necessity goods, most of the times they have inelastic supply. They'll have inelastic supply. Even if the price is increased or the price is reduced, still more subsistence farmers cannot abandon the crop. They'll still grow the crop as they know that at least they should produce enough for home consumption. For example, maize. So this is a diagram also showing in a elastic supply sketchy curve. There is a wide gap in price here, showing a big increase or a big reduction in price, but causing a slight change. There's a small gap between quantity original and quantity new here, new quantity. So we're saying that the figure shows a big reduction in price from P1 to P0, but causing only a small decrease in supply from Q1 to Q0. And also, even if you increase, there is a big increase in price from P0 to P1, this will still cause a slight change in supply of the commodity. That is from original quantity to new quantity. So selling staple food most of the times is just a routine in most suppliers. That's why it will cause a little change in supplying goods, whether the price is high or the price is low. They are always required by consumers. And under unitary supply, the change in price brings a proportionate change in quantity supplied. And the price system of supply is exactly equal to 1. Why? Because the percentage change in quantity supplied is equal to the percentage change in price of the commodity. So it's a one-to-one basis again. So this is also a sketchy curve. That's how unitary supply sketchy curve should look like. The gap between the original price and the new price should be exactly equal to the gap between original quantity to new quantity. So I was saying that the figure shows that increase in price is followed by a corresponding increase in demand for the commodity. So this implies that the to commodities that are fairly important to consumers, or commodities that have a fair number of substitutes. For example, beans, goat, cabbage, sweet potatoes, etc., etc. What are the implications of price elasticity of demand on agricultural commodities? Number one, price elasticity of demand will help to reduce risks and uncertainties. Why? This price elasticity of demand will guide the farmer to make the right decision without endangering demand for the commodities, since the farmer will be aware of what will happen if he or she increases or decreases the price of the commodity, considering if the commodity is elastic, inelastic, or unitary. For example, if you increase the price which is elastic, if you just increase a little bit, we're saying that there is a dramatic change in quantity demand. There is a dramatic change in quantity demand. But if you also just slightly decrease the price, there is also a dramatic change in quantity demanded. So in order for you to make profit, there's no need for you to reduce to reduce too much. You just reduce a little bit, still more people will buy that commodity. But if it is inelastic, you can make profit if you increase, or if you increase a little bit. So I'm saying that this will reduce the risk and the uncertainties, just because price elasticity of demand will guide the farmer to make the right decision. If and only if that farmer is aware that this product is under elastic demand, it is under inelastic demand, and or unitary demand. So you'll be aware what will happen if we decrease or increase the price. Apart from that, another implication can be on sales forecasting. So the farmer can forecast the impact of the change in price on its sales, as well as volume and total revenue. For example, increasing price on elastic demand would increase sales, while increasing price on elastic demand would reduce total revenue. And lastly, it will also influence pricing policy. revenue is gained by reducing price in elastic demand, while it can be gained by raising price in inelastic demand. So these are some of the implications of price elasticity of demand. What can be some of the implications of price elasticity of supply on agricultural commodities? The main implication is that it will affect the availability or quantity of agricultural products at the market. For example, increasing the price of elastic products may increase production, while if the price drops of the same product which is elastic, farmers may abandon the crop, reducing the output. As I was giving an example of tobacco, if you increase a little bit, if the price of the commodity increases a little bit, for example, cash crops, you find out that most of the farmer would grow that product or have that product. They'll produce more, leading to high production of that commodity. But if the price drops a little bit of the same product, which is elastic, most of the farmers may abandon the crop, reducing the output. So the availability of the output will be low if the price reduces a little bit, but it will be high if the price increases a little bit. And also commodities which are inelastic, with an inelastic supply, will always be in stock at the market, whether at high or low price, since they are necessities. We say that most of the necessity products or basic or staple food, they are under inelastic supply. So even if you increase a little bit or you reduce a little bit in terms of price, they'll still be in stock at the market. They are aware that these are the products which are they should be readily available at the market, since they are required by most consumers. And also products with unitary supply will be available at the market depending on the percentage of the price increase or decrease, since it's a one-to-one basis. If there will be a 10% increase or decrease in the price, will cause 10% increase or decrease in supplying of the commodities respective. So these are the implications of price elasticity of supply on agricultural commodities. So that makes the end of our topic, and we are having a revision exercise here. Of course, the first part is full of calculations, while the last part you just apply in terms of description there. So forward your responses to the number below. It is on WhatsApp, as well as the email address if it is convenient to you down there. So our next topic which we're going to discuss is on crop improvement. Thank you very much for your participation. I expect you to fully participate as well in our next topic, which is crop improvement. Until then, goodbye.
Simutaya nthawi yanu kufunafuna maphunziro, muzakhala wotumidwa moyo wanu wonse. Ngati simuphunzira, anthu azingokutumani. Ajala kalime, ajala kuchwe manyazi, ajala katende yanti, ndipo anthu ophunzira wandu wotumanso kwambiri. Ndiye ngati simuphunzira, skulu akuyikirani apa mukhala otumidwa.